root of fear, anxiety, rejection, people-pleasing, and suffering in general is caused by the belief in separation. You may fear someone else because you think they're separate from you and could possibly harm you. It's this very fear that brings about hatred in this world. People have been killing each other through wars and other acts since the beginning because they do not try to understand each other's society, points of view, or opinions. They allow the fear of the unknown turn into hatred driven by ignorance. You're also afraid of others' judgment because you believe you're a separate person who needs protection. You can't handle rejection because the thought of someone not wanting you makes you believe you aren't enough, which usually leads to believing you're separate and alone. However, what happens when you begin to see others as yourself? What happens when you look past appearances and your perception of people to realize that they are exactly what you truly are? When you drop the story of there I am, what's left is what we all truly are. One consciousness. To begin realizing and truly sensing that everyone is you, you must begin to realize that there is no separate you in the body, and there is no separate person in any body. When I say see others as yourself, I'm not saying see others as you think you are. For example, if your name is Jack, I'm not saying everyone is Jack. Jack doesn't exist. Jack is just a creation of my ego. I'm saying see everyone as this one consciousness, conscious being as God, including yourself, because this is what you are, beyond personality, beyond appearance, beyond the story of your life. You and I are the exact same being. This isn't a belief. It can be so obvious for you to realize through an experience. You will genuinely sense being everything without drugs. One psychedelic experience can be so simple and natural because it's all there. Truly, separation doesn't actually exist. We unfortunately got so addicted to acting separate that we began believing we really are. The mind tries its best to bring up evidence of separation, but it's not true. Remember, this isn't a belief. You can't run to the mind for the truth. Everything that's not what I'm pointing to is a thought. When teachers say all there is, they're not trying to conceptualize what this means. It's a pointer to whatever is present. This is all there is. I want you to try something really quick. Take your hand and look at it. See how each finger appears to be separate, and they all can appear to have their own experiences. The majority of us believe we are a finger and a finger only. We have been believing we are these separate fingers for so long that we don't realize we are all connected to the same palm. We are the palm as one, not the fingers. We are just acting like we are. We walk around thinking we are seeing others, but it's truly the palm experiencing itself in billions of different ways. There are no such things as others. It can appear that way, but that's only an appearance. You have to look past all appearances, trace them back to their source, and realize how others are simply perceptions in the mind. It doesn't matter who it is. You can only think of others because, in reality, there is only one. If you think of your friends, that's just a thought. If you think of your parents, that is just a thought. Everyone is walking around throwing their own mind-made perceptions onto empty vessels. You are creating the illusion of others because you have created an illusion of yourself. Once you realize others can only appear to exist in the mind and don't actually exist as this separate character, you realize your character doesn't exist, and you should focus on that first. See that who you think you are is just a thought, and once you see that, you'll make the connection that others are also just a thought. Realize how who you think you are is only here when you think about it. Have you ever participated in an activity and lost yourself in it? Have you ever gotten lost while looking into someone's eyes and who you think you are completely disappears? Whatever is happening is just happening without the idea of you at the center of it. This is possible because you don't actually exist as you think you are. So how could fear and anxiety affect you at all if you realize everyone is you? Who's there to be afraid of? And who's the one afraid? Whose approval do you need? And what could you possibly gain from someone else if there isn't a separate someone else? Once you begin to sense others as yourself, as this one consciousness, there is an unconditional love and joy that's always in the background of experience. You will finally allow others to be as they are without trapping them in the perceptions of who you think they are. People will show up in a completely different light once this shift occurs, and deeper connections can rise. When you sense others as yourself, as that consciousness we all are as one, it will begin to shine through them as well. You will naturally heal just by your presence, where you will trigger many people. Because when your light is that bright, it's going to shine on darkness. One who sees themselves in everyone cannot be hurt. 1,000,000 people could be against you, and all you see is yourself. Realize how powerful that really is. It's why Jesus asked for forgiveness for those who tortured him, because he knew they were unconscious of their consciousness and simply operating from the ego, which perceives separation. You will no longer need or want anything from anyone, including the belief that you need others to love you. You won't need it, and this is very freeing. The kind of confidence that comes along with it isn't one that can come and go. It has nothing to do with how the body feels, or what the mind is saying, or even what's happening on the outside. There can be this feeling of everything will always be okay, and it's powerful. So instead of seeing others as something separate from you, try sensing that there is actually no one separate in any of these vessels. There are bodies talking to bodies, bodies interacting with bodies, energy dancing with energy, and it's all you. It's all God experiencing itself, and nothing is separate from you. Again, nothing, my friends. With love and light, let's forge ahead together.